somewhere right now. There is a room you have never entered. The door is closed. The people inside are not strange to power, to influence, to seeing things most people never get to see. And in that room, in the middle of a conversation you will never supposed to hear about, someone said your name, not passing, not as a footnote. Your name came up and the room land in. And here is the part that is going to sit with you for the rest of this video. This was not the first time this group, this circle of people who notice what others miss, has been watching you for years, quietly, patiently, with you ever known, and what they finally said about you in that closed room is the reason you found this message today. So stay with me because I'm going to walk you through exactly what they have seen, exactly why your name was spoken, and exactly what it means for the season of your life that is beginning right now. Let me start with an image because I want you to feel this before understand it. Out in the open ocean for from the coast, sailors have always navigated by one particular kind of star, not the brightest one, not the flashiest one, and the steady one, the star that holds its position while everything else in the sky was and spins around it. Why city people never look up that star? They do not need to. Their streets are lit, their paths are marked, their lives are mapped out for them, but the ones who travel through real darkness, the ones crossing waters where there are no lights, no maps, they know uh, that star by heart. They have staked their journeys on it. They talk about it, what kind of a revenge, because their survival has depended on this consistency. You are that star. The crowd has walked past you a thousand times without looking up. But the navigators, the ones who understand darkness because they have crossed it themselves, they found you a long time ago, and they have been stringed by you ever since. That is who has been watching, not the loud world, the knowing one. Now, let me tell you about the years because this didn't start last week. This start the first time you walked into a difficult season of your life and didn't announce in it to anyone. Think back, there was a period, maybe more than one, when your world was quietly falling apart behind your eyes and you still showed up. You still answered messages, you still asked other people how they were doing. You still held the door, hid your tongue, held the line. You carried something enormous, and you carried it with such composure that most people around you had no idea it was even there. Most people had no idea, but not everyone, because there is a certain kind of observer who you trained by their own suffering, by their own journey, they recognize what in another person's posture they can see when someone is carrying something heavy and refusing to let it spill onto others, and when they see it, they do not look away. They start paying attention. That is when the watching began, not with your victories, with your burdens, with the way you bore them. Here is what they noticed. First, you do not perform your pain in a world where everyone broadcasts everything, where every want becomes content and every bad day becomes an on command, you went the other direction. You processed things privately. You didn't your crying where no one could turn it into gossip. You did your healing in rooms with no audience, and the untrained eye that looks like nothing is happening. But to this group, it looks like something almost extinct, dignity. But to this group, it looked like something almost extinct, dignity, real old world, untouchable dignity, the kind you cannot buy and cannot fake. They watched you go through things that would have flattened other people, and they watched you come out the other side without bitterness leaking off you, without cruelty growing in you, without your softness turning to stone, and they start asking each other a question, the question that eventually led to your name being spoken in that classroom. The question was simple: how does this person keep absorbing hits without becoming hard? How does this person keep giving after being taken from? How does this person keep believing in people after being shown repeatedly exactly what some people are capable of? Because let's be honest about what you have been through. There were people in your story who didn't not just hurt you carelessly. There were people who studied you the wrong way, how learned your kindness like a map and then use it to find your angry those who took your generosity and treat it like an unlimited resource, like a well that exists for their conscience. And when you finally speed it back, when you finally protect yourself, some of them had the audacity to attest like were the one who changed like your boundary was a better lie. The group watched that too, and here's what they concluded, and I want you to hear this clearly. They didn't conclude that you were naive. They concluded they were you rare, because only a person with genuine warmth can be exploited for warmth.